Welcome to Hanover Fire and Casualty Web Training. I'm Maxine Chapman, Senior Underwriter and Underwriting Manager here at Hanover Fire and Casualty. Thank you so much for joining us today. Now, the purpose of this webinar is to provide instruction on how to enter premium payments online. Instead of mailing in a check, it is easy to make the payment online on the application. So I've already created an application here, a tenant occupied policy, a 12-month policy here. Now you will notice on the bottom right that the application is bound. You can only enter an online payment on a bound application if it is already an existing policy. On the bottom right, it does have to say issued. So if you notice here at the top, in order to do the online payment, you do have to be on the Policy History Billing tab, and we're already there. In the middle of that screen, we're going to hit Make Setup Payment. And this is the payment screen right here. So right here where it says Payment Methods, we're going to enter the information from a checking account. There is no service fee if we enter information from a checking account. But before we do that, we're going to go ahead and change the payment plan. We can do it right here on the screen. We're going to change it to a 4-pay plan. We're going to hit the Update Payment Plan button. Before we enter the payment, we're going to return to the policy so we can see what that down payment is going to be. So we're going to hit that Return to Policy button. And right here, we're still on the Policy History Billing tab. It tells you what the down payment is for a 4-pay plan on a new application. And we're going to go ahead and hit that Make Setup Payment button. Under the payment method, we're going to enter the information from a checking account. Again, there is no service fee when you do apply the checking account information. We're going to re-enter that information, the checking account, and we're going to enter the routing number. Now, when you look at a check, the routing number is going to be on the bottom left of the check. Typically, the account number is right in the middle of the check on the bottom. And we have all the information here, and we're going to hit the Save Payment button. Now we're going to enter an email address, which should be the same email address for the policyholder that's on the application. The system will not allow you to move forward unless you do enter an email address, because once the payment has gone through, a paid receipt is going to go directly to that email. We're going to come down here, we see the payment plan, and if I remember correctly, the down payment amount is $280. And here you'll see under the one-time payment, it automatically selects the minimum due of $1. That's not what we want. That's there if you're going to do an automatic draft where you hit the dollar in order to set up the auto drafts, which is available on the owner-occupied policy and the tenant-occupied policy. But for the vacant at this time, we're going to hit other. We're going to enter the 280, no cents, just 280. We do have to hit the I agree to the terms and condition of the payment authorization. We're going to check that off. And then we're going to hit here, continue to confirm. You'll notice here on this screen, it lists all of the information. I strongly suggest that you do confirm the amount entered here, because if it's not correct, you can always edit the payment information. But it is the 280 that we want. Hopefully I remember that correctly. And we're going to hit make payment to do our final confirmation. Here's the paid receipt. You can print that off to give to the customer. We're going to close out of that box. We're going to return to the policy. And there are two places that you're going to see the amount that's entered. Here, we're still on the policy history billing tab. On the accounting detail, you'll see $280 was entered. A little bit more than the down payment. $280 is right here. We're going to scroll down a little bit. We're going to hit Docs Fax. And you'll see the paid receipt with today's date is also in Docs Fax. In case at a future date, you need to print it off to give to the customer, and it looks exactly the same as what popped up previously. We're going to close out of that box. On a new application, once the correct down payment or higher has been posted, the policy does issue overnight. So thank you so much for joining us for the online premium payment entry. If you should have any questions at all, please give us a call at the phone number that is displayed right here, or you can email customer service at the email address that is posted. Our President and CEO, Ross Miller, is also easily accessible and is available for any questions at all or conversation. This has been Hanover Fire and Casualty Payment Entry Webinar. This is Maxine Chapman. Thank you so much for joining us today.